From Alabama to California, we're watching your six, folks. Stay ready, stay free. And when the world goes crazy, what should we do? Drink up, sing it fast. It's the Denton and Sasquatch show. Two voices you ought to know. From prepping tips to politics, they tell it straight. No tricks from Dixie to the Golden Coast. Freedom's what they love the most. Download the podcast, let the truth roll on the Denton and Sasquatch show. This place is half talk show, half weird daycare. I love it!
Hello, welcome once again to the Einor and Sasquatch show, coming to you live from both California and Arizona. My name is Sasquatch. I live in California. His name is Einor. He lives in Arizona. And somehow, through the modern technology we call the internet, we make it sound like we're in the exact same room. Einor, how you doing tonight, buddy?
I am doing great. How about you?
I'm good. I'm still a little bit, still got a little bit of raspy voice from last week.
Yeah? Getting over your cold, are you?
I think it's allergies more than cold, but yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I don't know about where you're at, but here it has been just a brutal allergy season.
Yeah, it's been pretty dusty and bad here as well. We're doing the show on, Wednesday tonight? Because Einor's got previous engagement. We usually do it on Fridays. I don't know how we ended up there, but we did. But we're doing it a little early, so you guys get to hear the show early tonight. So there you go. You're welcome.
And we don't even charge you extra money for that.
Yeah. It'd be nice if we, made, I don't know, a quarter, 50 cents, something like that.
I'll give you 50 cents.
All right. That's cool. I'll take anything I can get.
I'll mail that to you, no problem. Of course, it'd cost me more to mail it to you than the 50 cents I'm giving you, but hey.
It probably would. I got stamps.
At least you know you're loved.
I got stamps right in front of me, but they're those forever stamps, so I don't even know how much I paid for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about that. I almost choked on my own spit. So anyway, we got this email site. If you want to email us and give us any information, give us your social security number
And your credit card number.
Exactly. No, if you want to join the show in any way, you can always do so at dentonandsasshow@gmail.com. That is dentonandsasshow@gmail.com. And rather than making Einor wait till the very end, I'll let him do the plug for the Outdoor Trading Post.
Yeah, the Outdoor Trading Post, the website that we all frequent, it's the outdoortradingpost.org, all spelled out. And the other thing I just want to throw at you guys, just in case you're interested, if you're interested in hearing Sass's take on any strange and unusual events in the news today, by all means include that in your email and let us know, and we'll give you our opinions on it. Whether you agree with them or not, well, that's up to you. But
Yeah.
We'll at least give you the correct opinion, and then you can decide whether you hate us or not.
Yeah, I even threw it out there on X. I said, if you guys have anything you want to talk about or want us to talk about, let us know. We'll talk about it. And nobody said anything, so oh well. But we are getting more listeners. Podomatic is the website that I go through to host the show. And I've been watching the numbers go up and up and up and up and up, so that's good.
Well, that's good, yeah. Joe Rogan, look out.
Yeah.
We're coming for you, baby.
Yeah, we're going to need a couple million more before we get there, but, we'll work on it.
Yeah.
All right, so this week, so when Denton and I started doing this, it was a prepper show. He wanted to do a prepper show, and I didn't even want to do a show. I just wanted to help him out because I had first met him through OTP and some other site that was a prepper site, and he was going to do this show, and it was horrible. he had no clue what he was doing. So I emailed him and said, hey, I used to be in radio. I'll help you out a little bit, get you going on your way. And the rest is history. I never stopped helping him. I made an intro for the show, and we just have been going. So we went from Prepper Show to pretty much politics when Trump came around the first time. And we did politics all for a long time, but our numbers never seemed to really go up. So we decided it's time to shift stuff. We're not going to do so much politics. We're going to do just fun stuff, try to educate people, make you laugh, have a good time, forget about your problems for half hour, or whatever. And then we kind of got into where we're doing like the weird stories and things like that. And we kind of settled on a balance of weird stories and just sort of things that you may have missed in the news or something like that. So that's kind of what we're doing now. But anyway, I pulled that whole big old long bloviated story just to let you know that this week there's going to be some politics, just because we just had an election yesterday here in California, and I know a couple other states did. So I figured we had to talk about that a little bit. We're not going to get into like the nitty gritty of everything, but people seem to be interested in California a lot because we're so crazy here. So I figured we'd do a little bit of the politics that happened yesterday, and there is some crazy stuff that happened, so we'll talk about that. But you ready for that, Einor?
Let's face it, we're here to make folks laugh and to get a few laughs ourselves.
Yep.
And this time of year, in an even-numbered year, politics is just a target-rich environment.
That is very true. Very true. This isn't so much politics, the start that I have here, but it'll give you kind of a roadmap of California and what we've been going through here. I know a lot of people know what's going on, but you don't really know unless you live here. All of these, not statistics, but facts and things that I'm going to be throwing at you came from Victor Davis Hanson. Have you ever seen this guy?
He is awesome.
Yeah, he's a political commentator, and yeah, he has a really good take. So anyway, I got
absolutely brilliant.
Yep, and I got all. And what is it, Pepperdine that he is a professor at, or something like that?
I don't know. I know it's one of the universities out there, Pepperdine or UCLA, one of them.
Yeah. All right, so he's given these facts. In California, we've had 11 to 12 million people have left California. So if you're wondering why California votes the way it does, it's because 11 to 12 million right-leaning, conservative-type people have left California. Also, the Reason Foundation did a study of roads in California, and we are 49th in the country.
Okay.
But we pay the highest in gas taxes. Now, aren't the gas taxes supposed to go towards the roads?
In most states, yeah.
Yeah, so where has all that money been going? Education is down to 40th in the nation, even though we spend, what is it? It's 13th in the amount of money spent on education. So we spend... I lost my train of thought. We spend
a lot of money on education and are getting nothing for it.
Exactly. There you go. That's a great way.
You're paying a lot of money to have a lot of stupid people surrounding you.
There you go. That's a good way to say it. We have 1/3 of all the homeless people in the nation. We have 1/3 of all welfare recipients, highest gas prices and taxes. And Newsom refuses to tap into our considerable state's oil and natural gas reserves. He's always touting that we're fifth biggest economy in the world, but he won't. We got the highest prices and taxes and prices.
Well, don't worry, you're not going to be the fifth largest economy in the world for very much longer.
Yeah, if things keep going the way they are. He's also, because of climate change, he's shut down the timber industry. We also timber and mining, so we don't have that here anymore. Highest electricity rates in the continental U.S. The only state that is higher than us for energy is Hawaii, and that's because they live way out there in the ocean. We have the high.
Okay, let me make a comment on that. I do need to thank you for that.
All right.
Because we have a power plant about 20 or 30 miles north of empty acres where I live. And that power plant, it's a co-op power plant. In other words, when we signed up for our electric here, and pay our electric bill every year, we get a larger and larger percentage of quote unquote ownership stake in this electric company. And this electric company is selling their excess electricity to California.
Yeah.
And we're making so much on that electricity that we're selling to California. My electric bill is next to nothing.
Wow, that's great for you guys.
Oh, it's wonderful. So I do need to thank you, Sass, for that one, because I'm basically getting free air conditioning because of you. And in the Arizona desert, that's important.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, my kids have to eat beans every night because of you, but that's cool. I'm all right with that. I mean, I have steak personally, but my kids have to eat beans.
Well, that's the way it should be.
Back to the list, though. Highest property crime rates, highest income tax, sales taxes in the top 10% of the nation here in California.
Wow.
Not to mention that we have a supermajority in the state capital, meaning Democrats make all the rules. Anybody else, like I'm not a Republican, I'm an independent. And you say you lean more libertarian, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
So nobody else in California gets to have a say. It's just Democrats. So that's why we're at where we're at. And then we have Gavin Newsom. Good old Gavin Newsom. This guy has never held a job outside of government, at least not since 1997. And that's only because Jerry Brown appointed him to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, where he was there for 8 years, sucking on the teat of San Francisco. Then he became the mayor of San Francisco.
Was that a biological teat, or was this something that they chose after the fact?
Well, knowing him, he did cheat on his wife, so who knows what he's doing. Let's see, where else did he go? Then he was mayor of San Francisco. He made a bunch of promises he never kept. Then, for some reason, they made him lieutenant governor, and then the governor, and he's been there for 6 years. So if you ever wondered how California got so screwed up, there you go.
But you do have a lot of hair gel.
Well, he has that trucked in from Arizona.
Okay.
All right, let's get to the election stuff here in California last night. Do you know who Spencer Pratt is?
I've heard of him. He's running for L.A. mayor, correct?
Yes. He was a reality show contestant. I'm not going to call him a star because they're just all whatever. But he was a reality show contestant. And for the most part, after that show went off the air, I didn't hear anything from him. Every once in a while, you'd see a little news story about him and his wife because they were both on that show. But for the most part, you never heard anything about him. Well, I guess he lived in the Pacific Palisades in his, or is that how you say it? Pacific Palisades, yes. He lived there, and his house burned down when we had those major fires, just like Adam Carolla's house burned down and a bunch of other famous people. Yeah. So it pissed him off, and he started speaking out about it, and people started saying, why don't you run for mayor? And he's like, that's a good idea. So he did. But he has made it to the second round because we have one of those jungle primaries where the top two vote getters get to go on to the big show. So him and Karen Bass. Now, they're still counting votes. And we've seen how that goes when they count votes for days and days and days until they get the vote they want.
Yeah.
So this could change, but as of right now, Spencer Pratt and Karen Bass, that communist POS, is they are the top two front runners right now.
Okay, well, that's so far so good.
Yeah. And maybe people are just fed up with what's going on. I really, really hope that's the case because as far as the governorship, Republican Steve Hilton is in the runoffs with Javier Becerra, who is horrible. He's the not lieutenant governor. He's the attorney general, I think, for California or something. But he's a POS too. But yeah, so if there's no shenanigans in the middle of the night with these votes too, then we might have a Republican and a Democrat for the first time in, I don't know, 17 years.
Now, explain this one to me, Sass. As I recall, the last Republican governor that you guys had was Arnold Schwarzenegger, correct?
That's right. Get to the chopper.
Okay, and the Steve Hilton guy, he's that limey from Fox News, correct?
Yeah, he was on Fox News, and he is British.
So what is it with you guys and, and this Javier guy, he obviously wasn't born here. So what is it with California bringing in all these damn foreigners and making them governor?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess the people that were born here don't want to do it. I don't know.
I mean, I can't blame them, but still.
Yeah. I've lived here all my life, and I still haven't figured it out. I mean, I remember when I was younger, and we had, in fact, we had a bunch of Republican governors, and the state was doing very well back then. And then as soon as...
I mean, you had Reagan, you had Nixon. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and what was the other guy? Pete Wilson. I mean, he wasn't the greatest, but he still, kind of kept the place running. And then all of a sudden, the Democrats got in, and then they got a super majority, and the place just fell apart. It's homeless everywhere, piss and shit everywhere, and we make a ton of money, but we never have anything to show for it.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of homeless people, it's just an S show here. And then there's this too. Conservative Sonia Shaw advances to the California State School Superintendent runoff. So again, another conservative.
That sounds important. Could explain that one in more detail, please?
Well, it's just the superintendent of California State Schools, so she'll be in charge of all the schools, and we're a big state, so we got a lot of schools. And for the longest time, it's been a Democrat doing it, and now she's in the runoff with a Democrat, so they're going to have to go up against each other. And what is it? Is it already going to be November when they, or is it a year from now?
I assume it's November.
Yeah, probably November.
That's when the big election is.
Yeah. Well, then that's when it is. I just wasn't sure if we had already gone the total amount, but anyway, yeah. So. She was a school board member, I guess, and decided to run for state superintendent, and she won. So it's going to be, again, a Democrat and a Republican. So maybe, like I said, maybe things are shifting and people are finally pulling their heads out of their asses and looking around and saying, this place is a shithole. We need to fix it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that would be a very good thing.
It would be a very good thing.
A very good thing for California. It'd be a very good thing for the rest of the country as well.
Yeah, I believe so too. And then for the final one here, Republican Sherry Friedenrich she had a landslide victory. She is the OC, or going to be the OC treasurer and tax collector. Not that I like tax collectors or anything, but at least it's not a Democrat stealing money out of there.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
Well, I mean, there was a time that California was reliably red.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I mean, and that's within my lifetime.
Yep. How and why it changed, I couldn't exactly tell you, but it did, and it wasn't for the better.
Yeah. Well, I'll be blunt with you. I mean, I used to travel a lot for business, and I will not work in, particularly San Francisco anymore. I was going to Silicon Valley a lot because I'm a computer nerd, and that's where it happens. Yeah. And I will not go back there.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Taxes and all that kind of stuff, and just the filth, and yeah.
It's just too dangerous. I mean, just pure and simple.
Well, yeah, and if you bring a gun into the state, then they're going to throw you in the hoosegow.
Well, even if you bring in a folding knife, you've got so many rules and whatnot that you have to follow.
Oh, and they're all over the place too, so you don't know what's... I mean, if you go online and look for, the laws, it says this, it says that, it says that. You can't make heads or tails of anything, so It's like they're almost setting you up to get in trouble.
Yeah. And, the last 4 or 5 years where, it's just basically let the rabble run wild and then arrest anybody that's trying to defend themselves. I mean, it's just not,
Oh yeah,
it's not conducive to somebody that wants a long and happy life like me.
yeah, and then the homeless people were running around with machetes and hacking people. There was this was a while ago too. There was a guy in a restaurant holding his granddaughter on his lap. This homeless guy walked straight to his seat. Didn't know this guy. He just, for whatever reason, chose this guy and stabbed him to death with his grandchild in his lap.
Good God.
And you never heard anything from Newsom. You never heard anything from anybody about how this is horrible or blah, blah, blah. It's just like, yeah, another day in California, whatever.
Yeah. I remember this was probably about 10 or 12 years ago. Yeah, 10 or 15 years ago, maybe longer than that. But I happened to be in San Francisco, staying downtown without a car, over Halloween. And so they always have a big block party in the Castro district of San Francisco. It's a gay area, but that one night a year, basically the entire city goes to the Castro district and has this big block party.
Yeah, they have one in L.A. and San Diego too.
Yeah. Oh, well, what the hell? I've never seen this, so I wandered down there. There was some idiot running around with a running chainsaw. This isn't for me, sorry.
When I was younger, I used to do like a haunted house sort of thing during Halloween. And one year I did a chainsaw, but I took the blade off the chain.
Sure.
To make it safe. But yeah, you got the idiots that are going to go out there with a chainsaw and whoops, I tripped and cut this guy's arm off. Sorry.
Yeah.
Or they're high on crack or something.
This was probably some fag running around with a running chainsaw, blade and everything else on it. And just running around being a idiot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need this. I don't need my name showing up on a police report. Thank you very much, even if I'm not involved.
Yeah. Do you ever watch Colleen Noir? You ever heard that name?
Never heard of it.
He's a YouTube kind of guy, pretty big guy, does gun videos, a lot of about laws and stuff, but he also does, shows new guns and things like that. So I watch him a lot. Sure. And he had this story. This is just the very short version of it, but I want to tell it because this is really important. People need to pay attention to this. If you believe in the Second Amendment, then you need to definitely pay attention to this. A judge told Virginia to stop running universal background checks, and the government there said, F you. Governor Spanberger signs a new bill on background checks. Then Virginia State Police quietly start enforcing it with only a small announcement on their website. They didn't have a press conference. They didn't put it out there. They didn't do any of that stuff. They just put one line on their website that just said, guess what? Background checks are back. So a bunch of people are going to become felons all of a sudden. The judge never stopped the injunction. So Virginia just ignored it. They just said, no, we're not going to do what the judge said. So that makes me ask, what happened to having three branches of government?
Yeah. Keep an eye on Virginia for gun laws, because what's going on out there is really, really interesting. I've been following some of that fairly closely. That crazy new governor that they've got out there, she basically wants to ban everything.
Oh, yeah. And doing stuff like this is how you get into civil wars.
Yeah.
Because
she's actually got something like 90% of the sheriffs in the counties out there are refusing her edict to ban AR-15s and semi-automatic pistols and everything else. They're just saying, no, we're not going to enforce that.
Well, good. I'm glad they are, because apparently the state police are going along with her and just only put a little snippet on their website about the background checks being back in place. And plus, one of the other things he said, I didn't write it down here, is they have this system where if she signs off on the law, then they have to get like 2/3 of their state senate and stuff to agree with it or something like that. And she didn't even do that. She just said, no, it's going back in place. So she went over them and their laws just to get what she wanted.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's crazy. I mean, that's not how this country works.
Keep an eye on Virginia. Virginia's going to be an interesting case study. I don't know that it's going to come out in our favor, but it'll be an interesting canary in the coal mine. Let's put it that way, because she's getting some serious pushback from, particularly the rural outstate areas, along the mountains and whatnot there, and those good old boys, they're not gonna stand for that.
No, they are not. And she seems to think that she's a queen. They're always calling Trump he thinks he's a king. Well, this lady's doing whatever the hell she wants. So, why aren't you calling her a queen?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on from the politics. Now we'll get.
Well, one more comment on politics, and this is just because I saw it today and just I couldn't wrap my head around it.
All right.
I don't know. Have you been following that Senate race up in Maine? They've got the guy that is taking on Susan Collins up there, and he's got the Nazi tattoos.
Oh,
yeah. It came out last weekend that he was a nonce on some website and texting other women shortly after he got married and all this kind of crap.
Yeah.
Well, I heard, and I don't recall if it was, I want to say it was Schumer, came out today and basically said, and I paraphrase this, but basically said, if you don't vote for this guy, you're obviously a Nazi. So if you don't vote for the guy with an actual Nazi tattoo, you're a Nazi.
Yeah. They have diluted that word down to nothing.
Yeah.
They really have, because everybody that they don't agree with is a Nazi.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's kind of crazy. But, yeah, there's going to be some interesting stuff coming up here in November. I can only hope and pray that sanity rules and we kind of start turning things around.
Well, we can only hope, my friend.
Yeah, I know. All right. I think I talked about this on the last show, but I talked about it really short. So I found this thing, and I just wanted to kind of update on what's going on. But you remember the FBI guy that they discovered gold bars in his garage?
Yes.
All right. Well, the FBI has discovered 303 gold bars worth over $40 million in the home of former CIA official David Rush. Rush, who was arrested on May 19th, is accused of criminal theft of public money after allegedly lying about his credentials and embezzling valuables from the U.S. government. The gold bars, along with $2 million in cash and 35 luxury watches, were seized during a search of his Virginia home. Oh, there you go, Virginia. Rush, a former senior executive service-level employee with top-secret clearance, allegedly requested and received significant quantities of foreign currency and gold bars for work-related expenses between November 2025 and March of 2026. However, an internal investigation by the CIA, led by Director John Ratcliffe, found no records of the gold bars or currency being used for their intended purposes. But even as David Rush waits for his first court appearance Friday, indications are swirling swirling that a political link between David Rush and the Democratic Party. The links emerge from the reporting that Rush allegedly carried out the theft of government property between 2009 and 2026 until his arrest. Based on the years when he allegedly started the theft, claims are doing the rounds that Rush was appointed to the CIA by Barack Obama when he was president. There you go. I finally got it all out. So, take that as you will.
Yeah, take that as we got to get rid of the CIA. The CIA needs to go.
That's a whole rabbit hole we could go down someday.
Yeah,
Because
someday.
we'd be here for a long time because there's some stuff going on with that.
And they need to go. They
Yeah.
just got to go.
Yep. Another sort of update that we mentioned last show, or it might have been 2 shows ago, but do you remember the Los Alamos National Laboratory employee Melissa Casillas that
Yes.
disappeared? And then we had
Yes.
a bunch of scientists disappearing.
Yeah.
Well, apparently her remains were discovered in the Carson National Forest nearly a year after her disappearance. On Wednesday, a hiker found human remains and a handgun in McGaffey Ridge area about 6 miles from where Casillas was last seen. Interest in Casillas's I don't even know if I'm saying that name right, disappearance grew earlier this year as her case appeared to be one of the several involving U.S. scientists and government employees who vanished or died in mysterious circumstances. Some observers have linked the cases to government work on national security or unidentified anomalous phenomenon, UAPs, though authorities have not confirmed any connections.
Yep. CIA got her.
Yep, there you go.
They unalived her.
Somebody did, that's for sure. This one's weird too. At the very end of this, they make it sound like it was kids messing around, but I don't think it was. I think somebody's doing a what do they call those when they do like a test run on something to cause havoc?
Oh, the false flag or whatever?
Yeah. All right. Police in New York City are investigating after several people were caught on surveillance video this week going into the sewer via a manhole and emerging hours later. Earlier today, authorities conducted a thorough investigation following reports of unauthorized individuals inside the sewer system on McDonald Avenue, New York police said on social media. The NYPD and other agencies have completed their sweep, confirming the area is safe and free of hazards. People were seen entering the manhole around 11 p.m. on Thursday in the Flatbush neighborhood in Brooklyn and re-emerging around 2 a.m. on Friday, according to PIX. The police don't yet know who the sewer explorers were or what they were up to. The New York City Department of Environmental Protection also did its own inspection, telling Fox News DEP has inspected the sewer infrastructure and this location and found no damage to the system. Now, is that really what they found? Do you think they tell us that they found bombs down there or somebody screwing with the, whatever?
They just heard that they were giving away free alligator dinners and wanted to go take advantage of it.
Yeah, maybe. Or it's like that the last week when we were talking about chud underneath the city. Maybe it was chuds.
Yeah.
Now this
Everybody knows the New York City sewers are full of alligators. So.
Alligators and giant rats.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I got a great story about rats and weird news. But anyway, one last story, and then we'll get into weird news. This one's really short, but I want your opinion on this. I don't know if I would do this. Plans have been unveiled for the $16 billion Freedom Ship. It's a mile-long floating city designed to carry up to 80,000 people, including 50,000 residents, 10,000 tourists, and 20,000 crew members. It will make a 2-year journey around the planet on the water.
Okay. Why?
I don't know. As somebody who just came back from a week-long cruise, I could not do 2 years. There's no way.
Yeah. I don't know. My wife has been on several cruises, a Mediterranean cruise and a couple in the Caribbean and so on. I could not do it. I am way, way, way too claustrophobic.
Yeah, we luckily got an ADA room because of my condition. So it was twice as big as a normal room. But before I had the brain tumor, I had gone on a cruise with my family before, and the rooms were tiny. Thank God we had a window because I went nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I was going went to Hawaii on business, and I was going crazy on the big island in Hawaii. I was claustrophobic. I may be the only human being on the planet that does not like Hawaii, but I did not care for Hawaii. I just no.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Any state that I can drive across in less than an hour, no.
But yeah, I don't know if they named it Freedom Ship just to kind of get people to want to go on it or what, but and I got a picture I'll put up on the YouTube of I think it's a concept art or something, but it's just massive, and even so, I just couldn't see myself doing it.
Yeah, you and 80,000 of your best friends?
Yeah, 50,000 residents. Who's going to live on a boat their entire life?
I suppose there's people that like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
and
I guess so.
God bless them. At least they're not my neighbors, so.
Yeah. All right, with that taken care of, let's get into weird news.
It's time for Weird News.
With Denton and Sasquatch.
Our first one comes from the AP, and it is located in Dhaka, Bangladesh. So you know it's going to be good. With his shock of golden hair and a trim 1,500 pounds, Donald Trump has been drawing crowds from across Bangladesh since he arrived at the National Zoo last week. The rare albino buffalo named Donald Trump became a sensation when a farmer noticed that his blonde tuft of hair resembled the distinctive locks of the U.S. president. After a video of the pale-horned mammal went viral on social media, large numbers of people started showing up at the farm outside Dhaka to see him for themselves. On Tuesday, visitors pressed against the fence of the buffalo's enclosure, filming with their phones as some fathers hoisted small children onto their shoulders for a better view.
And does the buffalo come out and tell the people I'm your favorite buffalo?
Probably. Or you're a low IQ buffalo. But no, I'm gonna have a picture of that up on the YouTube too, because it's pretty funny. It's blonde hair. I don't know what type of buffalo it is, but it's like it looks like Trump's hair.
Okay, well, I didn't know there were different kinds of buffalo, but hey, you learn something every day, right?
There you go. All right, this next one for weird news, I'm calling this one Ratatouille. Rat Audio Gizzard. I guess that's the name of a company. They have been using taxidermied rats to create their unique oddities for years. But last October, the main designer behind the brand had a brilliant idea, although some would call it a little bit sick. The idea was to sew on these taxidermied rats onto a piece of a woman's lingerie. I got pictures for this, too. She posted the results on Instagram, and the rest, as they say, is history. Named Lingerat by the creator, these unique pieces of underwear are not designed to be worn for obvious reasons, although some people have declared themselves more than eager to do so to surprise or simply horrify their partners. Because of the shock factor, many have wondered if lingerat items were real or just a clever bit of marketing. We reckon that they are a little bit of both. The lingerie is real, and you can buy a pair for $137, but it also brought a lot of attention to the store as well. So there you go.
Well, I've got my older daughter, I don't know, about 3 years or so ago, sent us a coffee table book. You know, one of those coffee table books with all the pictures and stuff in it, and you just throw it out there for your guests to look at while they're, I don't know, waiting for you to finish dinner or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And it's called Shit Taxidermy. And it truly is. And my wife and I are sitting there looking through this thing, laughing so hard our stomachs hurt. I kid you not.
That is an interesting medium to use when you're doing art.
Yeah, well, there you go. Get out on Amazon and buy yourself a copy of Shit Taxidermy. I don't even remember the author's name. I'm looking for it here on my bookshelf and I don't see it, but it's here somewhere.
Somebody stole your shit book.
It's got to be here somewhere, but here it is. Hang on, let me get you the offer.
All right. $137 for laundry, though. I don't know. I don't buy it, so I don't know. But that seems pricey.
It is by a human called Kat Sue. K-A-T space S-U.
All right. Sounds like an Asian dude.
And on the back of it, there is a stuffed frog with a mug of beer and smoking a corncob pipe. So you know it's got to be good.
So folk art. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That is very cool.
But I highly recommend it.
All right, and for our third weird news story, this one, I had to pick this one because this might be Giraffe's long-lost twin.
Okay, I'm all ears.
I figured you would be. Vernis Mayhew, 45 of Dixton, Maine, was arrested after calling 911 4 times to request a beer delivery. WGME reported, "I was drunk and I was trying to be funny," Mayhew said. It kind of reminds me of like Otis from Mayberry.
Yeah.
Video recorded by Mayhew's daughter shows a physical altercation with the police, but a few seconds are out of frame with differing accounts of what transpired. Police say Mayhew attempted to put one of them in a headlock, but Mayhew denies it. He was released from the Penobscot County Jail after paying a $750 bail.
Okay, well, I mean, that's daily life in Maine. Maine is a strange, strange place.
It seems like it's, they got like the cultured group and then like the rednecks.
Yeah, but even the cultured group is odd.
A little weird.
Yeah. There's something in the water up there.
Oh.
Beautiful place. I highly recommend going there. Just don't stay.
Don't stay and don't drink the water.
Yeah.
If you drink the water in Mexico, you get the shits. If you drink the water in Maine, you get the crazies.
Yeah, yeah. And don't be afraid. They've kind of got that New England macabre sense of humor up there, too.
Yeah.
So, you strike up a conversation with somebody at your local watering hole, you're likely to hear about how their neighbor dismembered his ex-wife or something.
I might need to go to Maine.
Yeah, it's definitely worth the trip. It is a good sociological experiment.
All right, before we get out of here, you have something else to say?
I was going to say, as I recall, one of our members from the OTP lives in Maine now, TJC.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So if you're listening, pal, hello from Arizona, and don't drink the water.
Yeah, don't drink the water. And email us, dentonandsashow@gmail.com, and let us know all the crazy stuff that happens in Maine.
Absolutely.
And since I threw that one out there, we'll also throw out OTP, the outdoortradingpost.org. You can check that place out if you want. It's just kind of a place we hang out and, when we're not doing the show, and just have a good time.
Yes, sir.
All right, with that said, make sure that you are thankful for every day God has given you. Help each other out whenever you can. Stay safe, and don't take crap from anyone, especially in Maine. Have yourself a blessed day, and we will see you.
Have a good week, y'all.